Yo, RX back with another breakdown of UFC Austin versus Emmett. We got a crowd again, another fight night crowd. You love to see it. And what I love to see more is a quick recap of UFC 275, which went down last weekend. Was fucking insane. But yeah, you know, if you're new here, before every video, now I don't make a recap video, I just do it at the beginning of the next breakdown. So right here, I'm gonna do a quick recap of UFC 275. You ready? Let's go. Edwards and Pascal got robbed. Gomez and Na Liang, holy shit. Ho Kang and Donna, I think Donna won, but it was close. Allen and Malkoon, Mishate versus Garcia, great knockout, sent him face down, ass up. Kulibao and Wu Choi, how was that a split? Great fight, but Kulibao clearly won. Madalena and Amiv, nice body work. Matthews and Fialo, wow. Zhang and Yunjeshek, thank you, Joanna. Thank you. Enjoy retirement. Shevchenko and Santos won that fight. Prochazka and Glover, one of the best fights of the year. Complete war. And Yuri is a fucking psychopath. But it got him a belt, so got him a belt. But now, enough of that. Obviously, before you end the video, like, comment, type all that shit. As always, you know I don't like long intros. Let's do this shit. First fight on the 14 fight card. We're gonna be here a minute. Get comfortable. Kyle, the Darce Knight Dawkins versus a Roman, the Cassian Duladze. The Cuck Duladze will make more sense. Let's talk about Little Dawkins. Kyle is 2-2-1 in the UFC. Beat Dustin Stotzfa and Jamie Pickett, lost to Brendan Phil Hawes in a no contest headbutt to Kevin Holland. So whenever he fights someone actually good, he really doesn't look good. Pickett ain't great, no shocker you beat him. Stotzfa, very shit fighter, so yeah, Dawkins is good. He's nothing like his brother. He's small, not a lot of power. He's a wrestler, really. He's gonna try and grab a neck or a leg as quick as he can, and if he can, you're probably tapping, unless you're insane. So he's fine, but I don't think Kyle's great. 29, and in a couple UFC fights, he's not really been the most impressive. To talk about the cuck, from Duladze, who stole JP by his wife like a douchebag. He is 3-1 to UFC, really 4-0 in my opinion. Beating really no one's great. The best guy he's beat was his last fight against Starpoli, where he just held him up against the fence the whole fight. And that was over a year ago now, so we've not seen him in a long time. He's had time to do things, and now he's back. He's a very boring fighter. He will hold you up against the cage to the win, and it works because he's fucking huge. But one of these times he's gonna meet a guy who's stronger or just better. He's not gonna win. And for Roman, I don't know, man. the hold up against the cage and wait till the decision only can win you so many fights, and now that you're fighting a wrestler, Cal Dawkins, who is very small compared to you. This is a weird fight because Roman is definitely the stronger guy, but Kyle is definitely the better fighter. But for Kyle, he wants to wrestle, and trying to wrestle when you're definitely the smaller man, it's interesting. It's very interesting. God, it's fucking hot. If the audio sounds like shit, I got my fan on behind me because it's like 90 fucking degrees. The betting odds you have Kyle Dawkins minus 225 to plus 185. Nah. I think I would have Kyle minus 170 plus 160. I think he should be the favorite, but I think at 200 it's a little crazy. Because Roman's totally alive in this fight because he's just so big. Like, if they were the same size and all that, then not a chance Roman's winning unless a clip knockout, which Roman's allowed to. Not happening. So I don't know, man. It's interesting. But I gotta go Kyle Dawkins. I just think he is the better fighter, and I think he's gonna take the win here. I think he's gonna squeeze out a decision. I could totally see it being a split. So I'm going Kyle Dawkins by decision. Next up, and by the way, I'm not doing the fucking. I'm 40% confident because that's just a waste of time at this point. I forget it half the time anyway. So, yeah. But next up, the fight that was originally opening the card until they switched it. But now it's number 2. Phil Megatron Hawes versus Deron Wynn. So let's talk about Megatron. Phil Hawes kicked the door down when he first got to UFC, knocking out Jacob Malcolm, fought last week, in 18 seconds, and then beat Nasruddin Imavov, which that one has aged fucking amazingly. Then he beat Kyle Dawkins, and then Chris Curtis, man. The Chris Curtis luck punched Hawes right in the face, and he took the L. That was end of last year, so he's had a lot of time to recover, and now he's back, 3-1 UFC, and it's been a while. Hawes really doesn't do anything. Like, he has a lot of power, but on his feet, he ain't much. Wrestling game, really not some. I can't remember really seeing his wrestling game much. He probably did wrestle against Imavov and Dawkins a little bit, but I don't fucking remember it, so yeah. But he's good. A lot of power is his key. And now talk about Deron Wynn winning. He does not do a lot. He is 2-2 in the UFC, beating Eric Spicely, then lost to Darren Stewart in GM3, and then his last fight, which was a year and a half ago by now, he beat Antonio Araujo. Yeah, so been a while since we saw Darian, and he's not good. Thought it'd be the bad news. He just really ain't that good. Like, he's just not good. Like, even his wins are pretty bad. Fucking, he's just not that great. He's nothing to write home about. He's a short little dude who is just not great. He's 5'6", fighting at middleweight. Dude, fucking Chris Sanhagen with a bantamweight's taller, for fuck's sake. But you know, he's just fine. He's just fine. The betting odds do have Phil Hawes minus 250 plus 200. Yeah, I probably agree. I would probably agree. Because Darian is going to make for all the wrestle. I don't see a world where this does not be a fight on the map. And I don't know, man. It's a weird one. Again, betting odds up for it's an interesting fight. If you can't tell, heat is frying my fucking brain right now. But you know. Yeah, I'm going with Phil Hawes. I really don't see a world where he doesn't win this fight. Unless Darian's fucking wrestling's that great. I don't see it. I just don't think Wynn's gonna win. He's just not great. And I think Phil Hawes will get the W here. The question is, does Phil knock him out? Or does he get the decision? I'm not. Fuck. I think Phil Hawes is gonna knock him out. I don't see a decision. I see Phil knocking Wynn out cold. So I'm going Phil Hawes by knockout in the first. Yeah, of course I say first. So Hawes knockout in the first. Next up, we got a pretty bad fight between two pretty bad bantamweights. Cody Spartan Stamen versus Eddie Wineland. Let's talk about the Spartan. This guy's hit a fucking curb in his career. He talked shit to the Sugar Show, and now you're fighting his bitch. So Cody's been in the UFC a long time. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-1. Good lord. His best win. Fuck. Brian Kelleher, his last win. All his losses are to really good guys: Aljo, Rivera, Merab, and Nurmagomedov. So he's not losing to bad guys if he's not beating these higher echelon guys, which ain't good. Cody is a wrestler at heart. He wants to get you to the ground. He wants to wrestle. Unless I don't remember Cody's statement, I think that's what he wants to do. That's how Nurmagomedov subbed him, by him shooting a takedown and getting his neck caught. So yeah, Cody ain't great. That's fine. If he loses this, he needs to be cut, because as much as I'm talking down to Cody, Eddie Wine fucking sucks. Speaking of the devil, Mr. Mustache himself, Eddie Wineland. Speaking of being in the UFC for fucking ever, he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 and 9 in the UFC. Wow. Wow. If you look at his losses, here's the list of his losses: Uriah Faber, Joseph Benavidez, Renan Barao, Johnny Eduardo, Brian Caraway, John Dobson, Alejandro Perez, Sean O'Malley, John Castaneda. So it went down value. It peaked at Sugar Show and like Faber, but people like Eduardo and fucking Castaneda, bro, really. His best win, Brad Pickett. Fuck. Eddie's so done, it's not even funny. He's 37 years old. And it's just sad watching him fight at this point. He's not good. He's so washed, it's not even funny. And if he loses this, I don't see a world where he does not get cut. I like Eddie Wineland, and I only wish the best. But, yeah, I think we're going to be seeing him in Bellator sooner rather than later. Yeah, with that being said, the betting odds have Cody Stamann minus 450 to plus 350. As much as I dislike Stamann, I agree. I just can't see Eddie winning this fight. Eddie's not going to be the one to gas Stamann. Eddie's probably not going to make it long enough to there's no world where I see Eddie Wineland winning this. I just don't see the world. So, with that being said, I'm going Cody Stamann by decision. I would not be amazed in the fight if he finishes Eddie. Eddie's a dog, man. Eddie's a dog. But the dog has ran his... The time on the dog has ran out. He doesn't have much more time. Yeah, Eddie's done. So, Cody Stamann by decision. Next up, a pretty bad fight here. Gloria de Paula versus Maria Spider Girl Oliveira. Let's talk about de Paula. In the UFC, she's really 0-3, losing to Jin Fry, Cheyenne Buys, and Diana Bobita. I know it says she won against Bobita, she didn't. That was a robbery through and through. I cannot remember her fight much. I remember the Bobita fight very little. She's just so fucking unrememberable, it's not even funny. I cannot think of any... actually, I do remember her getting kicked in the face by Cheyenne Buys. Yeah, she got knocked out by Cheyenne Vismaz, for fuck's sake. Do I need to say anything else? And to talk about her opponent, Maria Oliveira. Why is she in the UFC? She lost on Contender Series to Marina Rodriguez, won 2 fights on regional scene, and has stepped in to fight Tabitha Ricci on short notice and got fucking demolished. She ain't good, she ain't gonna win, and that's that. Don't really say much more, this fight fucking blows. That being said, the betting odds do have de Paula minus 260, they're fucking high. She's gonna win, but Gloria de Paula minus 260, you're fucking crazy. Minus 150, and that's being nice. You're gonna win, but fuck, you suck. Next, you can't tell the heat's really not my friend right now, so I'm kind of not long to move for these shitty fights. Speaking of shitty fights, here's another one. Don't care to talk about. Got it. Danny, the Colombian Warrior Chavez versus Ricardo Quinha Ramos. I don't want to talk. I cannot give a rat's ass about this fight, but fuck it, man. Fuck it. In the UFC, Danny Chavez, who we're talking about first, is 1-1-1. Really 1-2. He lost to Kai Kamaka. He lost to Jared Gooden, and he beat TJ Brown, who hasn't. I cannot name one thing about him, because I don't remember his fight. I remember his Kamaka fight very, very little, because my boy Kai, who follows me on Twitter, as you should, got fucked over like he always has been fucked over. Yeah. For his opponent, Ricardo Ramos, Ricardo is in the UFC a long time. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 6, sorry, 6, and 1, 2, 3, so 6 and 3. I've seen worse. He has some fine wins. Bill Algeo, Kung Ho Kang, Armin Zahabi. His losses, a little more, yeah, he lost to Sedna Nurmagomedov, not mad at it. Lerone Murphy, really not mad at it. So, he's losing to really good guys, he ain't losing to cans, losing to very good prospects. Can't really get the maddest at that, so, you know. Can't really get that mad at that, you know, what you gonna do about it? I don't expect Ricardo Ramos to be the man to figure out Lerone Murphy and Sedna Nurmagomedov. So, yeah. I cannot fucking tell you a thing about fucking Ricardo Ramos. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm fucking trying to see a clip of him or something. I can't remember this motherfucker. So, two motherfuckers I know, but can't remember. The betting odds are gonna lead me to victory here, I hope. The betting odds say Ricardo Ramos is minus 350 to plus 240. Sure. If you want to bet on this fight, bet it away. I'm not going to tell you not to, because I don't give a fuck. I'm going Ricardo Ramos, and I don't care. Next up, an actual good fight on this fucking card. Actually, this fight's super good. Jeremiah Wells versus Court the Crusher McGee. Let's talk about the young man. You know, he's only 2 years younger. Jeremiah Wells, man, has put himself on the map. Knocked out Wesley Alvarez in his debut, and then crushed Blood Diamond into not shit. He made all the Blood Diamond hype go away like he's fucking Thanos, and he just snapped. So Jeremiah's really good. He's big dude, very strong, good power, good wrestling. Almost killed himself at the end of the Diamond fight. So yeah, you know, good news all around. And we all know Court McGee. Do I really need to break down Court McGee? I probably have more times in a breakdown of this channel than I'd like to admit. I'm not gonna say how many wins and losses he has in the UFC, because there's too many to fucking count. He's been in the UFC since 2010. In his last 5, he is 2 and 3. In his last fight, he completely crushed Ramiz Brahima. Not shocked, Ramiz Brahima is Ramiz Brahima. And yeah, Court's a really good wrestler. He can strike, but it usually doesn't end well for him when he does. Carlos Condit broke his fucking nose badly. Striking doesn't end well for him a lot. But he can strike. He definitely can strike. I won't say he can't. He's a veteran. He can strike. But it's not really his specialty. So the betting odds pretty much even. I completely fucking agree. This fight determines many things. Can Court stay alive long enough to let Jeremiah gas, and he can start wrestling him? Will Jeremiah clip Court? Will Court surprise us with good striking? It's an interesting one. It's a really interesting fight. It's a veteran versus prospect, even though Jeremiah is 35 years old. So it's a very interesting tale of two fighters. So what do I think is going to happen this fight? I do think Jeremiah Wells' train does continue. I don't see it going back in the station. I think the train keeps going. Court, I think, is just a roadblock. He's going to run over, and I think it's going to be a very good fight. How do I have Jeremiah winning? I'm sorry, Court, but I think you're going to knock the fuck out here, buddy. I'm going Jeremiah Wells knockout in the first. I'm sorry, Court, but he might only be 2 years younger, but you've taken twice as much damage in your career, so I think it ends well for you. Jeremiah Wells, knockout in the first. Next up, we got the last female fight on the card. Not saying that's a good or bad thing, because I think the women's MMA does get a lot of shit for no reason. I'm not gonna go into women's MMA. I'm not gonna go into women's MMA shit. I think they get a lot of shit for no reason. But this fight has a very good prospect in it, and I'm excited to see how she does in her second fight. If you can't tell, heat is frying my fucking brain off. About 90 degrees, feels like a fucking 190. So, cheers. We have in this fight the co-main of the prelims, Jazz Divigius versus Natalia Silva. That's all about Jazz Divigius. Are people gonna say that name super wrong on most breakdowns? Yep. Jasmine did win her UFC debut and won on Contender Series. I don't remember the Contender Series fight well. I remember she looked fine, but in her debut against Kay Hansen in the beginning of this year, she just made Kay Hansen look like an amateur, which, well, she destroyed Kay. Jasmine's arms are long as fuck. She has really good wrestling, decent striking. She's a very good prospect. She's up there in age, 33, but Love to Share shows that you could be 42 and fight like you're 22. Yeah, Jasmine's good. Jasmine's really, really, really good. Now talk about her opponent, Natalia. I don't know if I'm saying her first name right, but I'll pretend like I am. The fucking betting odds don't want to show. There we go, got betting odds up. Natalia making her UFC debut. I don't think she's not coming in on short notice. I don't know shit about her. I don't watch tape, you know that. From what I see, she does a lot of submissions. She's a Brazilian, I'm not shocked. So, from what I've learned, that Jasmine's gonna win. The betting odds do have Jazz Divigius. Minus 255 to plus 205. I don't know Silva, so can I dispute that? No. So, I'm going Jazz Divigius by decision. Because I know her, and she probably is the better fighter. So, Jasmine decision. And now, the featured prelim that should be on the main card. We have a banger, and when you have this guy in a fight, you know it's always going to be a banger. Adrian Yanez versus Tony Prime Time Kelly. Adrian Yanez, do I need to say anything else, mate? It's Adrian Yanez. He is a walking highlight reel of 135, and not in the same division of the Sugar Chow. So that's saying a lot. I don't need to break down Adrian Yanez much. Just go watch his tape. He doesn't have a bad fight. He knocks most of his opponents out. He's just a beast future ranked guy. I don't think champion, but future ranked guy. I feel like he's gonna be in the UFC for a long, long time. He's a great striker. We've not really seen his ground game much, if I remember, but he's all around very, very good fighter. And now to talk about Tony Kelly. Not as much praise for him. In the UFC, he is 2-1. Beat Kai Kamaka and lost to Kai Kamaka, my bad, and then beat Ali Al-Qusis. I remember that guy, and badly outclassed Randy Costa, which I'm fucking amazed by that shit. I did not think Randy would lose that fight. I don't know if I did a breakdown for that card. Oh no, I definitely did. 269. I don't think I did a breakdown over that card as it happened in December. Yeah, he badly out fucking classed fucking Randy, man. And Randy's a dog, but he just got fucking made to look like a chump. Do I think Tony surprises the world again and makes Adrian look like a young clown? No. Adrian is his own beast. He beat Randy first. Stay hydrated. Adrian the Beast. I don't see him losing to Tony Kelly. If he didn't lose to Davey Grant, Randy Costa, or something like that, he ain't gonna lose to Tony Kelly. No disrespect, I think Tony Kelly is a very subpar fighter, but I don't see him winning this fight, and I think Adrian Yanez is gonna be pissed off here on the main card like he should be. He's gonna get the win here. Betting odds agree with me. -360 Adrian Yanez. I agree. Knockout first. Book it, bitch. Adrian Yanez. Let's do this thing, baby. Yep. Go to the prelims. A very weird prelims. But, you know what they say. Expect the unexpected, and with UFC cards, that's definitely a thing you gotta do, because look at some of the cards that have been great over the last couple years. But, yeah, those are prelims. We have 6-fight main card full of good fighters. So, let's get into it with a fight that I am still flip-flopping on as we speak, and that is this banger at middleweight. Julian the Cuban Missile Crisis Marquez versus Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. Let's talk about this banger. Let's talk about Miley Cyrus's biggest fan, Julian Marquez. He is a glory boy, so he has not much skill. In the UFC, he is 3-1. Lost to Alicio Di Chirico, but has beat Darren Stewart, Maki Pitolo, and Sam Alvey. Not amazing wins, but what you gonna do about it? This is his first real challenge in a while. He's been in UFC since 2017, go fuck. Julian has shown that he's a strong dude, good power, good all around, just a good fighter. I don't think he's the best or anything, but he's a good prospect. Alicio Di Chirico somehow just beats these guys he should not beat, but you know, that's Alicio Di Chirico for you. What you gonna do? But he's good. He's good. He was the one big problem I have. He was losing to Maki Pitolo before he got the submission late. Why you're losing to Maki Pitolo, I don't know. Maki Pitolo sucks. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about RoboCop now, aka Obama. In the UFC, he is 2-1. He stepped in on short notice to fight Dusko Todorovic last year around this time. Won called him as an underdog. I wish I would have bet that. And then against Jun Young Park, he had a complete war and knocked him out. And in his last fight, beginning of this year, against Armen Petrosyan, he had another war that could have went either way. He did not win it, but it was a war you can make the case. Not robbery, could have went either way. What Gregory has done in his UFC career so far is prove all the doubters wrong. Because if you go watch a Dusko Todorovic breakdown, or even Jun Young Park breakdown, people said the same thing. He has no heart, weak chin, he'll give up, bad gas tank, etc. He's shown all that to be bullshit. Good gas tank, really good chin, won't give up, like, knockout power, striking, wrestling. I remember seeing him on the, after his Contender Series loss, and seeing him on the regional scene doing cool shit. I said, this guy should be in the UFC. And I like Gregory, he's very fun. The betting odds have Gregory minus 200 plus 165. No, should be 115 apiece. This fight could go legitly either way. And the way I see it going is I think Gregory Rodriguez pulls out the W in another razor close split decision. Well, razor close decision war. I don't know if it's a split, we'll see. But I do see Gregory getting the dub. Sorry about that. I do see Gregory getting the W here, so yeah. What, Gregory Rodriguez? Decision. Obama? Decision. After that, a fight a lot of people are hyping up, but I really could not care about right now, so I don't really know where he's at. And these names are gonna fucking kill me. Damir Ismagulov versus Georgian Viking Kutaladze. I'll talk about Damir Ismagulov. Let's send this man to the gulag. Damir has been in UFC not long, well, a couple years, but hasn't fought much. He's 4-0 in UFC. Joe Alvarez is a very good win at age well. Besides that, really nothing to write home about. I guess he's a very good prospect, and I cannot really tell you because I don't remember him. So I'm just gonna not talk about him much. For Duran Kutaladze, I actually think that's about right, some fucking way. In the UFC, he really should be 0-1 because I remember everyone, and I think I even agree, the Mateus Gamrot fight in his debut was a robbery. You all know Mateus, who's fighting next week, main event. Should have won that fight, so yeah. What card is that? Oh no shit. This fight, I guarantee it'll probably be a really good fight, and I'm getting more excited for it throughout the week. But right now, it's not in top tier care. So, betting odds have Damir Ismagulov minus 170. Sure, I think he's gonna win this. So, Damir Ismagulov decision. Now we get into the big final four of this card, and we start off with a banger at 185. Joe Quinn New Mansa Buckley versus Albert the Machine Duraev. Let's talk about Buckley. We all know what Buckley is famous for, but what has he done since then? Got head kicked by Alicia DeChirico. Speak of the devil again. But since then, he's gone on a nice 2-fight winning streak, beating Antonio Arroyo. Right. Apology. I don't want to send me down the fucking page. Yeah, and then a shitty fight against Abdulrazak Al-Hassan. Where he has that meme macaque in his fucking corner, which is amazing. Buckley, maybe we're seeing a new kind of Buckley, a wrestler Buckley, because that's what he was against Abdulrazak Al-Hassan. So, is wrestler Buckley happening? Are we seeing wrestler Buckley? Well, if anyone can test that theory, it's his opponent, Albert Duraev, aka Hamzat's little brother. Even though I think Hamzat's older but shorter brother. Albert in the UFC is 1-0 in his debut last year, beat Roman Kopylov in a fine fight. He probably should have just wrestled. I don't know why he tried to stand with Roman. But you know, smash brother. I think Duraev's really good. I don't see. I've seen people are really hyping him up. I see, but I think he's fine. I don't see anything insane in his future, especially in the division he's in, and being 5'11". So, fuck is that? Yeah. This is a very good fight. This is a good test for both guys. The betting odds do have Duraev -200 plus 170. I would probably drop him down a little bit. Don't think he should be that big of a favorite on a kind of proven guy in what Joe Quinn Buckley. So I would say maybe 160, 170 for Duraev would make more sense. So that being said, I am going Albert Duraev by decision. And let's go. Have I picked a dog yet? I don't think I picked a dog. I think I got every favorite. Next fight. A fight that's really good. Tim, the Dirty Bird, Means versus Kevin, the Trailblazer Holland. Let's talk about Dirty Bird. We all know what you're getting with Tim Means. Nickname should tell you enough. He goes out there and he's gonna fight. Either you're dropping or he's dropping. And a lot of time he's dropping. He's been in the UFC a long while. Not gonna say his UFC record, too many fights, but he's fought a who's who of fighters. Just as from Neil Magny, Diego Lima, Matt Brown, Alex Oliveira, Bilal Muhammad, Nico Price, Daniel Rodriguez, Mike Perry, just to name a few. He's on a nice 3-fight winning streak right now, and good for him. 38 years old in a tough division, be on a 3-fight winning streak. Very nice. But the Dirty Bird might have meant his winning streak end with the Trailblazer, Kevin Holland. We all know what you're getting with Kevin Holland. You're getting crispy striking at its finest. And now he's down a weight class after the middleweights are being too big for him. He moved down, and it looks like the weight cut's easy for him because at 272 against, say his name again, Alex Oliveira, he looked really good. He looked like the Kevin Holland of the 2020 Kevin Holland, where he just fucked everyone's career up. 5 in a row. He went, 5-0 in 2020? Jacare Souza and shit? Crazy. Holland's a bad man. People forget Holland is a bad man. He might not have much wrestling game, but he will still fuck you up on the feet. And so, he's a bad man. So with that being said, I think Kevin's -250. 240 plus 195. I would have Kevin on the dot 200. I think he should win, and I think he's gonna finish the Dirty Bird in round number 1. And since I really don't have a lock of the night on this card, I guess I'll just say Kevin Holland is. I get Kevin Holland or Cody Stamann, either way. Whatever. This card, most of the favorites should win, but most of them I really cannot call a lock. So you know. you know. So, yeah. I'm going Kevin Holland to get the Dirty Bird out there in the first. Now we move on to a legend-packed co-main event. Not gonna break it down much because I already did before, and I don't feel like doing that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus J-Lo Lozon. If you want to see a real breakdown of this, go back to UFC 272, 4, 3. Which one was this booked for? Booked about a month ago to, I think 274 if I'm correct. This was meant to be on the opening fight of the main card for 274. Cowboy got food poisoning on the day of, had to cancel it, moved it here. I don't think I even really broke it down in the OG breakdown because what do you want me to say? It's gonna be two legends scrapping, gonna be bloody, gonna be fight of the night, and I'm excited. I'm fucking hype. I'm happy they're letting legends co-main. They said they wanted to be in an arena, not the Apex. They're in an arena, not the Apex. And yeah, I have the same pick as I did before, Donald Cerrone by decision. But I could see it going either way, depending on how Jolo looks after 2 years off, and how shitty Cowboy looks, because God, Cowboy is fucking been pathetic. But, you know, anything can happen. Depending on if I have Cowboy minus 165, Lowe's on 145, I would probably have it pretty near even. Don't bet this fight, just have fun with this fight. Just have fun with this fight, and let's watch this banger, man. So, let's watch this banger, and yeah, I'm going Cowboy by decision. And now the main event of the evening. A banger, gonna get bloody, but I don't think it's gonna end well for a bald man. It's Calvin, the Boston finisher, Qatar versus Josh Emmett. Not gonna break him down. You know Calvin Kattar. He fucking killed Giga. Got killed by Max Holloway. And he's done a lot of shit. You know what you're getting. The nickname says a lot. Josh Emmett, you might not know as much. He's not nearly as smart or that great of a striker, but he still has a lot of power in that right hand. That's Michael Johnson. When he wakes up, but Emmett fights smart when he has to. Not the greatest gas tank, but he puts on war. Shane Burgos. Watch that fight. This is 5 rounds. If it was 3, I could easily say Emmett has a chance, but it being 5, I'm sorry, Josh, you're gonna get fucked up. And that's why I'm saying Calvin Kattar gets a finish. Probably 3rd or 4th round. So I'm gonna go Calvin Kattar by finish, knockout, TKO in the 4th. Yeah. Betting odds have Calvin Kattar minus 240 plus 195. I don't know. I think Calvin is gonna win. I like Josh Allen. I would love to see him go higher in the rankings, but dude's almost 37, and I don't think he can hang with Calvin Kattar. So sorry, Josh, but Calvin Kattar is gonna get the W. To go over my picks one more quick time. I'm sweating my fucking balls off. It's 90 degrees. Kyle Dawkins by decision. Phil Hawes knockout in the 1st. Cody Stamann by decision. Gloria DePaula decision. Ricardo Ramos decision. Jeremiah Wells knockout in the 1st. Jasmine Jasudavicius decision. Adrian Yanez knockout in the 1st. Gregory Rodriguez decision. Damir Ismagulov decision. Albert Duraev decision. Kevin Holland knockout in the 1st. Don Cerrone decision, and Calvin Kattar knockout in third, fourth-ish. So, good Lord have mercy on my soul. 50 minutes of sweating leads me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. You'll hear from me next week for a breakdown of UFC Vegas 57, Trashukian and Gamrot. And yeah, that card's not great, but the main event is. As small as our names are to the casuals, it's gonna be a banger. So, hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I'm gonna go fucking die of heat stroke because 90 degrees. I hate this time of year, but this break, so I got time to make some motherfuckers a video that I ain't gonna watch. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, sub, 100 subs go by the end of the year. And as always, how many times am I gonna say that? Don't know. X.